but her scent, they were kind of right about this. One day, she invited me over to her house, and she was very excited because she told me I was the first person to ever come over. And I felt so honored, so I went. But when I went into her house, it smelled very bad, almost nauseating, but I didn't say anything because I didn't want to be rude. She had a lot of uncles that lived with her family. Honestly, it was like 4 to 5 families in one house, to be honest. But she first introduced me to her stepmom. I said hi to her, but she just stared at me in disgust. Then we went to her room to play. As it got later, I told her I needed to go home, but she begged me to stay longer because she was scared. I told her I'd come tomorrow, and she just starts crying. She runs into her bed and falls into her sheets, which lifted her skirt. There were bruises all over her thighs. Let me know if you want to part 2.
Oh my gosh, it is so annoying when you're in class, let's just say you're in a French lesson or something, but your teacher asks everyone a question like, who knows the answer to this, blah blah blah, like they normally do. So you don't put your hand up because you don't know the answer. And they're like, no, Samantha, I've already picked you. Sorry, I know you already know the answer, Erin. You look around and there's like you and 3 other people that don't have their hands up. And then she like goes ahead and picks you. She's like, go on, you can tell me the answer. I haven't heard from you today. Maybe that's because I don't know any of these questions you're asking me. It's like, I swear sometimes they just get paid to annoy you. Also, another thing is that it's super embarrassing. You'll just look at them and be like, I don't know, sorry, like in a really, really quiet voice. And everyone will just stare at you. It's like, if I knew the answer, I would put my hands up. What the hell is that? Ew! How did it pick up? What the hell is that? No, Mom, look behind you. Mom, are you
This is a message from my mum, so if you're not her, please keep scrolling. I'm kidding, I know you're probably not gonna scroll, but oh well. Hi mum, how's it going? How's it hanging? Blah blah blah. Yeah. You know the other day when you told me that I was addicted to my phone and that, oh, you need to get out more and stop going on TikTok so much, you're gonna get addicted. Well, don't think I don't see you with your Facebook and your Instagram, seeing what Sheila and Jim have been doing over the weekend. Don't think I don't see that. You know, when you come over to me and seem like, oh, look at Sheila's little child. I don't care about Sheila's little child. But it's the same thing as me checking up on my favorite TikTokers. You haven't even seen Sheila in like 20 years. Okay, bye.
What would you do if someone said this to you? Once there was a girl in Korea who got in an elevator in the apartment building that she was living in when a stranger came in and told her something that was absolutely terrifying. This stranger came into the elevator with her and tried to make some small talk. He looked at the elevator buttons and said, oh, I see that you live on the 14th floor. I live on the 13th floor. She gave him a friendly response and even tried to flirt a little bit. She thought that he was attractive and wondered if they would get to know each other better. But things quickly took a horrifying turn. When the elevator arrived at the 13th floor, the man got off and said, see you soon. But as the doors closed, he pulled out a knife from his jacket and with a terrifying smile said, upstairs. Then he ran towards the stairs. By this time, it was too late. The elevator doors were already closed. She tried to push as many buttons as possible, but it was of no use. She was stuck inside the elevator, unable to do anything, as the elevator made its way up to the 14th floor.
I used to have this art teacher and everyone hated her. She was the biggest bitch, like she was literally so mean and strict, and for what? What was the reason? Anyways, one day she was really testing my limits and she had the motherfucking audacity to rip up and throw away a project I worked on for a week because she said it quote unquote wasn't good enough and that I never even try in her class. Even though I worked so hard on it and I did the best I could. I was mad at her for saying I didn't ever try and that my work wasn't good enough for her, so I was thinking to myself, shut your bubblegum dum dum skin tone chicken bone Google Chrome no homo flip phone disowned ice cream cone garden gnome extra. Chromosome metronome dimidome genome full blown monochrome student loan. Indiana Jones overgrown Flintstone X and Y chromosome friendzone Sylvester Stallone Sierra Leone AutoZone friendzone professionally seen silver patron big-headed ass up. And out of anger I grabbed my backpack and said no, I am gonna leave, my way or the highway. And I stormed out of that ugly bitch's class and flipped her off on the way out. I deadass ran out of the school and walked all the way home since I lived close to the school. My mom asked me why I was home early and I told her what happened and she was surprisingly proud of me. So proud that she took me out for ice cream. I was suspended for 3 days for doing that, but oh well, fuck that bitch.
Is it just me? Or am I the only one? Mom on YouTube basically, and that pops up, and it's Grammarly! So, basically it goes, do you ever need help with your writing?
If you're having a bad day, I just thought it'd be nice for you to know that a girl who used to be in my class posted a thing to her story that was like, oh, like, honest opinions about me, please. And she responded to her own story and said, oh my gosh, you're the Heather. Queen Heather. You are the main character. You are so pretty and talented. This would have been fine if she didn't screenshot her own response and post it on her and post it to her story with her username still clearly attached. It was so in character. She was like, oh my god, you guys, stop. Like, why does everyone think I'm the Heather? I can't do this today.
In my opinion, miraculous is a tiny bit overrated. I mean, sis, don't get me wrong, I ain't no hater, but it's the same in every freaking episode. You know, someone gets angry, then we get accumulates by Hawkmoth. Then Ladybug and Catnamore come to the rescue and fight a little bit. Cool, wow. And then Ladybug uses her lucky charm. I will get you next time, Catnamore and Ladybug. Just wait and see. This girl will better be so Hawkmoth. It's been like 100 episodes and you ain't even been close. Get your game face on. Get your game face on. Bloody, he's a little bit of a...
Why are deliveries on a ship called cargo, but in a car, it's called a shipment?
Ryan, can I not just get 1 second to eat a frickin' sandwich?
If one teacher can't teach all subjects, why is one child expected to study all subjects? Are oranges named oranges because oranges are orange? Or is orange named orange because oranges are orange?
Did you seriously just say orange 8 times in one sentence and it actually makes sense?
Bro, what happens to the car if you press the brake and the accelerator at the same time? Does it take a screenshot? Dude, the youngest picture of you is also the oldest picture of you. You know what would be perfect for you, Ryan? A Snickers. Because, well, you know why. If we have watermelon, shouldn't we also have fire melon, earth melon, and air melon? The Ella melons.
Really? He's the favorite?
Funniest 911 calls.
Fun, what is your emergency? How can I help you?
Good.
Is there a grown-up there I can talk to?
I'm coming. I wanted to tell you something.
Okay, what is your name?
Renee,
Oh, Lene. What do you want to tell me, Lene?
we went to Disney on Ice.
You went to Disney on Ice?
Yeah.
Okay, can I talk to your mommy or your daddy?
No, they're busy.
I know they're busy, but I need to talk to one of them, please.
I'm busy too. I'm gonna play you, so I just wanted to tell you something, but bye.
Hello. I have a really funny story time to tell you all. So, yeah. So, I was playing Tower of Hell and I was on like the pro towers. And when I got to the top, there was like this whole entire gang of like copy and pastes. And they full on like, they started attacking me. Well, not attacking me, but they were literally saying like, oh my god, imagine having that style. So I decided to ask them if they had TikTok. And they said yes, so I asked them like what's their users and how many followers they have and all that jazz. And they told me they aren't going to tell me the user, but they said they have 2,000 followers, which is apparently more than I have. How do I tell them?
Hear me out. I love Zodiac posts. You know, they're pretty relatable, they're interesting, it's all just a bit of fun. I mean, I enjoy seeing what other sign my soulmate is and that sort of stuff. But sometimes there has to be a limit. Sometimes people make it their whole personality trait, which is a little annoying. They'd be spilling their water and go like, oops, I'm such an Aquarius. I'm so quirky. Or trip someone up and go like, I'm so sorry, I'm such a Capricorn bull. No, Abigail, it's not funny. Stop.
second day my teacher announced to the class that we were gonna do a Kahoot. I threw my bag of Cheeto Puffs in the air and screamed because I was so excited. I knew I was going to win the Kahoot. Everyone else looked at me like I was on drugs because of how hyper I was. They all knew that I was gonna win since I had never lost a game of Kahoot before. The game started and I was obviously the first to join. My username was Kahootmaster235 of course. Most people joined and so the teacher started the game. Some people didn't join because they knew I was gonna win. There were 15 questions. I was in the lead but when I saw the leaderboard, this kid with the username Sophia89 was really close behind me. Everyone was cheering them on because they wanted to see me fail. I was like, oh hell no ratatata, that ain't gonna happen. I couldn't lose my streak of winning. I got the 10th question wrong but Sophia89 got it right so they went up to first. And I went to second. I did well the rest of the game and when it announced the winners, I was in fucking second place and they crippled Stretch Ed Sheeran cereal box stanky ho brick eating cock stain mama hippo Jojo Siwa on steroids bitch one. Everyone was applauding them and I realized it was Becky Mecky. I decided since everyone was laughing, I let out the most wubble double bubble hubble nubble mubble hubble lubble pubble subble shit. It managed to make the school catch on fire. Everyone evacuated and everyone was covered in smoke. Everyone apologized to me for laughing at me. It turned out I had bowel cancer and I had to go to the doctor since my asshole had 3rd degree burn.
I'm pretty sure my parents have very selective hearing. I would be there minding my own business, doing my own thing, right? And then I would hear my mom screaming my names from the bottom of the stairs. So I would go like, what? Really loudly. And so many times, but she literally wouldn't be able to hear me. Then I would have to go down and my mom would just be there asking, oh, what are you doing? But when it's like 2 a.m. in the morning and I'm calling my friends, whispering, barely making a sound, basically just breathing, she would already be storming to my bedroom, half asleep, yelling at me to shut up. How does this work?
Okay, so one time in class it was my birthday and I brought in these cupcakes for everyone to share. There is this one kid who is very allergic to gluten and so I thought I bought gluten-free cupcakes. I was wrong. When we started to eat the kid's face turned green and asked if he could use the bathroom. The teacher said yes but as soon as the kid stood up the most aggressive thick, double-decker brick, do a flip, really hot chick, not so quick shard in the whole universe the window shattered and the sprinklers went off everybody swore they saw Satan outside. The kid sharded for like 5 minutes straight with no breaks. He got the shart all over his chair and all over